Hello everyone, welcome to Section 8 is Great. This is your man John coming to another tip. In today's tip, I'm going to be talking to you how to deal with contractors, especially Section 8 contractors. But before I get started, I want to make sure that you go ahead and like this video before we get started, because I'm going to give you some good information. And before I get started, I want to make sure that you make sure that you go ahead and go to my website. It's www.section8isgreat.com. Make sure you order the book, or if you need somebody to talk to you to get you through some of this stuff, I'm here to help. I want to make sure that you're just as successful as I am, and we keep on growing together. Now, you know that I am a real live investor. I've tried to show you that I'm not like everyone else. I'm out there doing the work, building wealth, doing the hard work as we talk. So I go through it on a daily basis. And I have a lot of you guys talking about, hey, how do I find a contractor? Or what do I ask them? Or how do I pay them? Or how do you know I can trust them? So let me go ahead and tell you how I find contractors. Basically, I find contractors through word of mouth, through your mechanic or something like that. When you're dealing with a Section 8 contractor, it's not going to be your best contractor. Now, you can hire, I know a lot of you guys hire top-notch contractors, go ahead and get bids and all the other stuff, and they do everything right. But we're over here trying to do it a little bit cheaper and a little bit fairer price. So therefore, we have to do things differently. Now, we want to make sure that we save as much money as possible. So in order to find these contractors, you have to be able to find people sometimes that's not as licensed. But when you hire people or you find people that's not licensed or not contracted, then you have other issues. There are reasons why they're not licensed and all that. So I want to make sure that I tell you how I find them. I find them at places like Home Depot. I find them just through word of mouth, through people to say, you know, somebody, a good handyman or something like that. Now, I have to keep on going through these contractors all the time. Most of the time, it's hard for me to find a good one. But once I find a good one, then I'll stay with them. Most of them that are good, they have a talent in themselves. That means they have a talent and all that, but they don't know how to build wealth. So even though you'll be surprised how many people are out there doing contracting work or Section 8, and then they know how to fix up anything but don't own anything. So therefore, it's kind of hard for them to understand. So I find them there. What to ask a contractor? When I ask a contractor something, I want to ask them something basically like this. What's your specialty? And I'll say things like this. If I asked you to do the thing that you're the best at, what would it be? They'll tell me, well, I'm good at hardwood floors, or I'm good at painting, or I'm good at tile, or I'm good at roofs, or whatever. And then I want to try to find the one that says that I'm good at everything. But you're going to have to go through these. This process it's a tenuous process, and I'll give you more tips, but it's a tenuous process going to ask them what are they good at. So you want to go see their work. Most of the time they carry all their work on their phone, so you can go ahead and flip through them and see what happens. Now, you saw me in my last videos, I had a contractor trying to interview him and all that, but he did really good work, and I'm going to show you the finished product a little later. So that's what I asked them. Now, the dreaded part is, how do I pay them? Now, I know a lot of you guys go ahead and hire expensive contractors. They say, give me 50% down. And I hear a lot of tales of these contractors running off and not doing the work. I don't want that to be your problem. So how I deal with contractors is, first, I set the standard of what I need to get done, or how I'm going to pay them. So basically, this is how my payment system is in 4 parts. So they'll say that, hey, John, suppose they contracted, I'm going to give them $2,000. And that's a lot of work for me to give them $2,000. They're pretty much going to do almost the whole house. So that's including painting and everything, all the hard stuff. They're going to be able to do that. So this is how it works. So John, if a contractor comes to me and he say, hey, I got $2,000, how do I pay him? Now, if they start to work the first day they go in the house and start taking off things like demolition things or getting things out and show me they did that, then I'll bring them $500. But I'll tell them, hey, I'm not going to give you any more money until you're halfway finished. Okay, right now. So they understand that. And then after they're halfway finished to what I think I'm ready, because I'm looking forward to see, like, if I got enough done from this person, in case he walks out, can I use the rest of the money to replace it? So suppose it was halfway finished to me is this. Suppose I had him doing painting, the floors, the cabinets, roofing and all the other stuff. And then I would, first thing, as soon as he demoed anything, got all the stuff out, then I give them $500. But they're always going to ask you for more money. So now I'm going to say, okay, since they We went on, got the supplies, and now they're actually putting stuff down together, and I see things that they're doing, things that they're actually painting, or they actually put the drywall on, they got all the holes, or you know, about 3/4 of the job is finished. Then I give them another $500. That make $1,000. Now I give them the $1,500 when everything is done. And I can only, you know, when almost everything is done off what we agreed upon, then I give them another $500. But usually I don't give the last $500 until after my property passed the Section 8 inspection. And I say you got to be here when the Section 8 inspection comes, and it has to pass. So that's some of the things that I do. Then I'll give them an extra the $500, the remainder. That's how I do it on my properties. All right, some people ask me, how do I know if I could trust a Section 8 contractor? You can't. So don't go ahead and believe them and tell them. Their work has to show them. Their work has to show that they know what they're doing. Don't go over here and don't give them one thing to never do is never give them they're going to ask you things like this. Well, just go ahead and give me a Home Depot card, a gift card, so I can go ahead and get what I want. No, I never do that. I go with them to get all the supplies. I load them in my van, or I load it in their stuff. And I keep a tally of how much, keep up my receipts, how much I paid him, and how much I paid for supplies, because I want to know exactly what I paid and what I have. And after it's finished with the supplies they don't use, I tell them to make sure they give me those supplies back so I can take it back to Home Depot or Menards or Lowe's and get my money back. So you really can't trust them. Your eyeballs have to be on them. And sometimes they're going to tell you, hey, John, you act like you don't trust me. And I'm saying to myself, well, I really don't trust you because I really don't know. Now, there's a lot of other things that you have to know about Section 8 contractors. I want you to make sure that you get in contact with me, because we're dealing with them every day. And as you know, I'm a real live investor. I'm actually doing it. I'm buying 2 more properties before probably by the beginning of the year. So I'm active buying. I'm going to put them together. I find it quite fun. But there's always new things. I want to make sure that you over there getting coached up and you know exactly what you want. Don't listen to people who don't know, or they're not out there doing it. I'm out here doing it. I'm trying to show you that I'm out here doing it. So how you can pay me back for giving you all this information is go ahead and subscribe and like this video below. Make sure that you like it. Make sure you go ahead and get my book. Make sure you go ahead and ask to speak to me. Talk to John. Show me some support so I can keep on doing this great work. I love you guys out there. Thanks for tuning in. And if you have any more questions, make sure you just leave a message below. I'll try to get back to you, or make sure you can always talk to me so I can walk you through the discomfort of going through these contractors. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.